Mike, today is the day, brother.
Today is a
huge transformation.
Huge day here at the DDE HQ. The block is going to get transformed. We are going to repave our drift area. It is going to be a night and day difference. Right now, it's pretty wrecked. There's tons of spots that we cannot drive over, basically risking blowing a tire, popping a wheel, and going into the barriers now that we have all these K-rails.
Yeah.
So the guys are actually here right now, mapping out all the spots that need to get the most repairs, where there's metal sticking out of the ground, huge potholes, all that kind of stuff. So let's go check in with them and see how it's going.
Speaking of the K-rails, those are also going to get updated today as well, so stay tuned. You ready, Mike?
Dude,
you
this
hyped, brother?
whole place is going to be like transformed in the next 2 days. It's going to be insane.
When you walk around, you realize how bad it is, because there'll just be random metal sticking out of the ground.
Yeah,
not
like,
good.
Like sharp,
Not
nasty
good.
pieces of metal, like
Yeah.
right over here.
What is this?
Yeah, those are not car friendly. What are you looking at right now? Obviously, there's all these spots that you guys have marked.
Right. And we're also looking for any metal pieces that's sticking out. We want to make sure they're smooth and low.
Yep.
So that if you guys go through it with the tires are safe.
Exactly.
And you guys are safe.
Yep.
You guys know the area better, you know, so if you guys just point it out and we'll grind them down.
Yeah, it's like he couldn't have parked any better, right?
Right where he did it.
There's a whole
Look,
screw right there.
it's in between both of them.
Good job, Nico.
Like, did he try to do that? 'Cause
Probably.
that takes
That's
a lot
skill,
of skill.
yeah.
Like pull in there, right there.
On the one spot that would ruin his tire the fastest.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm surprised he didn't have a blowout.
It's like he went right in between them, and it's just far enough back. If the thing was like a couple inches shorter on the front bumper, it would have been right on top of that thing. All right, so we got these guys dialed in. They're gonna start on the far end from us right now, which is where we do most of the driving here at the block, and they'll work their way over here. That way, if we get the itch and we want to take a car out, we can go out there and we can still have some fun and burn some tires. I got to jump on a call with the guys from Jekran, Plasma Table Company. So in the move, I think something got shook loose. There's some sort of issue, but we've got a meeting set up, which I'm running late for at the moment, to try to get this thing sorted out. So as you can see, we got the red light on here. That's not good, but I'm gonna get on this call with these guys, and they're in Malta, so it's like 7 p.m. for them right now, but they're willing to help us out because those guys are awesome. The machine is awesome. Sort this out as soon as possible, and we can start getting back to building that F12. We got a lot of stuff to work on that car, and obviously all these other cars are gonna need parts that we're gonna cut on this table as well.
All right, Tim, they have the ground all prepped and ready to go, and apparently the asphalt truck is here or almost here. That's not it.
That's not it.
You excited to have nice
It's one of
pavement?
those spinny, like circle dump trucks, or what
Yeah.
is it? Or is
Yeah.
it just a dump truck with full of asphalt?
It could be.
How does it work? Do you know? Did you see them put this down?
This glue?
Yeah.
Yeah, they just had a broom and they just pushed it on there.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
It's so even.
they're good at what they do.
Oh, that's cool.
All right, Tim, the asphalt has arrived and they're laying it down, brother.
So it was a dump truck. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm excited to see this thing. I think it's gonna pack it down.
So how are they dumping it at that angle? Just into the wheelbarrow, little by little?
I think so.
That's crazy.
We gotta get one of those.
So I've been on a call for a while, and these guys are already like tearing into it. They've already patched some stuff up. It was crazy. Like, these guys aren't messing around. They're getting it done. It's rad. So right here, this was one of the worst spots. It was all broken up, and it had the metal sticking out of it, and now it is patched. It's smoothed out. I'm getting the itch to drive and test this out.
Not today, Mike.
I know.
We gotta let it cure for at least one day.
And I'm pretty excited about this though. This opens up the block, because before we had kind of only a couple lines we could run. Just
dodging potholes.
Dodging potholes, like, you know, kind of doing weird transitions to miss stuff.
Transition like before or after this.
Yeah, exactly. That big step that was over there. Yeah, dude, this is sick.
Yeah, so stay tuned, guys, because we really want to drive on this, but we need to give it just at least one night to cure so that we don't come through and pick all of it up on the back of your car. It needs a little bit of time, but tomorrow we will take out a car and we will drift it here.
Yes, we will. So we have all this wood that's sitting over here that was actually lining the fence by the Goodyear guys. So now that we put the K-rail, we moved all the wood out of the way and we haven't thrown it away yet. We gotta cut this stuff up, put it in the dumpster, but we haven't done that yet. So right now we're gonna have to move it again because there's some sections here that need to get repaved as well. So I'm gonna grab the forklift and start moving some of this wood out of the way so they can patch up these big ditches as well.
You like that wheel work, Sean?
Yo, this wheel work is extra crispy.
He's getting down over there, huh?
The form. Look at that. He's whipping that steamroller.
You want one of those?
Oh, with the steamroller?
What would you do?
Try and run over something. Maybe Tim's car? You're good. You're good. So not only are we repaving the block, getting those barriers set up to get those painted, we've also got guys over here assembling a bunch of furniture for the offices because right now we're not really utilizing the office space correctly. There's a couple couches and a desk, but things are kind of scattered. So these guys are assembling all of this new furniture. Then we'll get the offices dialed in as well. So front to back at the DDE HQ, it is getting this transformation done. Finally, we're starting to feel like home here. Things are coming together. Well, these guys are working on that. We go back, we're gonna grab this car, put some new parts on it. We got a box full of shiny new parts that are gonna transform one of the cars out here. Let's go do that. All right.
What do we have here, Mike?
We have a brand new Valvetronic exhaust system. I don't know if you guys can guess, but there are not very many cars here at the DDE HQ that do not have an aftermarket exhaust system on it already. I don't know if you guys can guess which car that is. It's one of Dave's cars.
Of course it's Dave.
It's a Dave car.
It's too loud.
It's not the Bentley. It is for a car that Dave has actually not even driven yet. And that is his McLaren 570 GT4. Driving it on the street doesn't count. He has not driven it on the racetrack yet. But Dave's first experience of driving his sort of new McLaren GT4 is going to be different than my first experience driving his car because we have an entire brand new exhaust system that is gonna open up that car a ton. Right now it's really restricted. It's got basically like a stock street car exhaust system on it. As you guys know, the Valvetronic stuff is loud. It sounds really good as well. So I'm really looking forward to hearing this thing when we bolt it on the car. I think we need to go over there and do a little comparison and see what it sounds like right now and then compare it to how it sounds with the new system because I think it's gonna be night and day difference. And also on the track, we're gonna unplug this thing. We're gonna take that exhaust that's basically kind of starving the car, back pressure, tons of back pressure in the exhaust system, ditch that thing. The turbos are gonna spool it faster. We're gonna proper tune in it and get that power back up to past the original power because right now I think it's around 400 horsepower. Should be able to get 550 wheel, maybe 600 horsepower out of it. That's gonna be a huge difference than when I drove it last time. So looking forward to it.
All right, Mike, if we're gonna tune this car, does that mean that we can get some flames out of it?
I don't see why we wouldn't be able to. We'll have to talk to the flamer, the biggest flamer, Alex Quintani. I'm sure he can make this thing shoot flames because honestly, he made the 599 and that thing's got like a 12 or 13 or maybe even a 14-foot exhaust system.
Jeez.
That's really hard to do. So with the McLaren, with the mid-engine car with a short exhaust system, I think he's gonna be able to dial that in really quickly. So that's gonna be pretty crazy. Seeing the race car go down the track and just shooting flames in between shifts and decel. It's gonna be like the old GT cars. Those would be pretty rad.
Those are the coolest videos when you just see like 5 or 6 cars going into a corner and there's just every downshift flames, flames, flames. It's super cool.
Yeah, that's so sick. All right, so those look like some downpipes. The main piece.
Oh, dude.
Here, the
you see that?
crossover X-pipe with the DDE logo on there.
Cool.
That's pretty sick.
Shout out to Valvetronic. That's awesome.
All right, check that out. 570S Special Ops Valvetronic Designs. That is pretty sick. Nice little badge. The hangers look good. Everything looks awesome on this system. It's got to weigh a lot less than what's on there right now.
Oh,
this is really light. All right, one of the tips here, nicely wrapped.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
That's cool.
Check that out. Titanium, super light, slightly burnt tip. Looking good. This thing's gonna scream. Just pulled Dave's 570 out and I'm realizing how dirty this thing is. Something you guys might know about me by now is I hate working on dirty cars and this thing is pretty filthy. That's nasty. This thing needs to get cleaned up. We've got to pull the wing off. We've got to pull the deck lid cover here, and basically we're going to be on top of the quarter panels, leaning in, get all of this stuff disconnected to replace the exhaust system. I think first step is this thing needs a bath. So we're going to wash it off, get it cleaned up. That way when we're working on it, I'm going to feel better about it.
Like, just wondering, we pulled the restrictors out of the Super Trofeo Evo 2,
Yep.
but I also know that that's an NA car. This is a GT4. Are there restrictors in a GT4 car, or is it detuned, or how does it work?
I believe it's all software tuning. I don't know if they limit the throttle body opening or something like that, but I'm guessing the power band basically ramps up and then just stays flat. That's how it feels in the car.
Yeah.
It feels like it comes on okay, and then it just kind of is like flat all the way through the power
but
band.
You know the car has more.
And the car definitely has more. It's not like, it doesn't keep climbing. It doesn't make more power at the top end. It feels like between like 5,000 and 8,000 or 7,500 or whatever the rev limit is, it's pretty flat, which makes sense for a detuned car. That's how you'd want it to be. Basically, whatever they limit the power at, and then just cut it and keep it flat all the way across, rather than making it like this and the peak power's here, because then the middle of the curve is terrible. So you'd be at 300 horsepower and lower RPM. So they're just kind of ramp it up like that. But now we can open it up. So instead of it having this ledge, it can just keep climbing up. And yeah, so that's gonna be a huge improvement, because if you guys remember, or if you haven't watched the videos of when we were at Laguna Seca with Grid Life, when I was driving this car and Damon was in the Evo 2, he was absolutely just walking me on the straightaways. I would get a good run out of a corner, I would pull up behind him, and then he would just pull away. Same thing when I was in front. I'd get through the corner well, I'd start pulling a gap, then we get on the straightaway and he's just whoop, like 2 seconds later, right on my bumper. This thing needs some more ponies so it can keep up, or just try to keep up with the Evo 2, because that car's got a lot more tire, bigger brakes, you know, it's a completely different car. Tons of aero, just very different. But this thing's gonna be opened up and screaming on the track soon, so can't wait for that.
On dirty cars sucks, so now we can get this thing on the lift and get this exhaust on.
So now you're gonna hear what the stock exhaust sounds like. Give it a couple blips. It is cold, so I'm not gonna go crazy with it, but you get a good idea of what it sounds like right now. Not very impressive. Off now so we can see the exhaust system here. Changing the exhaust itself, not the downpipes, is fairly easy. The downpipes are a bit more complicated, so we're gonna get it up on the rack, put it up in the air, pull the under trays off so we can access basically the back of the turbos to unbolt the downpipes. The downpipes will come up and out of here. I haven't done one of these before, so we're gonna figure it out together today.
It's a learning experience.
It's a learning experience, and you guys are gonna be along for the ride. You know, comment below and tell me what we're doing wrong, because it's our first time. We're gonna figure it out.
And by the end of this video, everyone who watched it will know,
They'll know how to
put
do it.
downpipes in.
Whether we do it right or not, we'll know.
Alright, so I just got the wheels off. We put the fan up there so we can cool the exhaust down before we start ripping the exhaust out. But before that, I gotta rip the wheel liners out from both sides so we can actually get to the clamps for the downpipes on the turbos. Wheel liners out.
Pretty dirty.
Don't fall on me. Sean, can you pop them V-bands off?
Top?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Okay.
Oh!
Ah!
You good?
I'm good.
You see the top?
You're good. You're good. Yep. You're good. That's good. Damn, that's an orange exhaust.
Crispy.
Sean's gonna have to do some welding today.
On what?
Well, I noticed that this car only has 2 O2 sensors, I think. Interesting. This might not be like a normal 570 exhaust because of all this heat wrapping on it. I know most race cars do this just to contain all the heat. From the videos I saw, it looks like it was just an exposed like pipe with the cats on it. If it's just these getting in the way, I might have to take this heat wrapping off, but let me check under it and see if I could just slip it past.
Well, I'm just gonna hop on in here.
Don't mind me.
Get nice and cozy in there.
Oh, dude, you got a nice little chair.
Oh, that's
Look
actually-
at you.
It's like, you know, you just sit back here and have lunch
Yeah.
while the exhaust is in here. All right, you ready?
Ready.
Okay.
Interesting. Interesting. Right.
How you doing there, Tim?
It looks like the heat shield has got a bolt, and maybe you can unbolt the heat shield and take it off.
Yeah, I gotta unbolt it, I think.
Funny, I think I just said that. Yeah, I think you might be able to get the bolts from the bottom, take the heat shield off,
Okay.
because there are 2 pieces.
Yeah.
And it's the bottom piece that's hitting, obviously. So, yeah, see if you can make that happen. Then we should be able to get these things out of here. It's crazy, this wing is really strong.
It is good. All right, my turn.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
There you go.
Yeah, you know, just doing the hard work.
There you go. All right, how's that looking on the side? The shield almost off, Tim?
Halfway.
Still a bolt in it, or is it just stuck on
It's
side?
just stuff between the downpipe and the chassis.
In the chassis?
The chassis. Yeah, this thing's kind of itchy.
Is that high quality?
Yeah,
and
man.
they put fiberglass in there to,
Hell, dude, it
to
feels
protect
like
you.
feels like fiberglass.
Get it, Mike.
Nothing out of it. Green, it's long. Oh. There you go. You want to see it? Oh, you want to hold it?
That's a crazy statement.
Got it. All right, so these are O2 bung plugs. So they plug up the bung holes.
Yeah, that one.
Yep.
Usually it only comes with one. Well, no, they'll have secondary O2s, but usually it's after or inside.
So this one it was a cat before.
See, that's, yeah.
And then they cut this off, so they take the stock cat out and they only run like a secondary cat, but it has the before and after the cat. So basically the computer is checking to make sure that the first one reads a little bit rich and then the second one reads leaner because it's gone through the cat and it's burned off the fuel, so it should read leaner, and they see that difference.
For emissions.
Yeah, but they've obviously gotten rid of that because, well, this is a race car.
So I'm just putting in this passenger side downpipe. Gonna pop this hanger on. Yeah. Might need some WD-40 for this one. Ooh, she's tight. A little bit of lube.
I can't see.
All right, so this is moving along pretty well now. We got most of, actually all of the stock exhaust off it. The new down pipes are actually up pipes in this case. Those are on, so the guys are gonna work on finishing it up, putting the X pipe on. Also, out here on the block, we've got all of the patches and repaving done now, so it's looking really good out here. So all the patches look really good. And well, the plan was to pressure wash and clean all the K-rails today, but the paving company said it's best not to get it wet. There's a chance that water can seep under and start to lift it. We just paid a bunch of money to have it done, so we erred on the side of caution, and we'll have them pressure wash and do that stuff tomorrow. That'll look good when it gets all painted and even colors. It's got like 6 or 7 different colors right now. Some signage, some tire marks from me, some bumper marks from Tim, so we'll get it dialed in. I'm gonna go check right now in Dave's office and Damon's office because they're assembling all that furniture in there, so we'll go check and see how all that stuff looks. All right. Oh man. Dave's got a lot of shelving now. Yeah, I know he has a lot of hats. He's got a lot of shoes. Get those all organized over here. It's looking pretty good in here. Like, it's starting to look like a proper office. Let's go check Damon's office. Oh yeah, this is cool. I like this stuff. It's got some sliding cabinets in the bottom. Some good display over here. Obviously, all of this stuff is going to have to get organized and put somewhere on these shelves. And now that we have this stuff, it can get dialed in. It's got some clothes hangers because, well, those guys are constantly traveling back and forth from Canada to Southern California. And instead of taking all of their stuff with them, hoodies and jackets and shoes and all this stuff, they just have a separate wardrobe that kind of lives here. So this is gonna be good for them to dial all that stuff in and not have to lug around a suitcase every time they travel.
Plus, if you kind of like jiggle it around.
What are you talking about?
Jiggle it.
That's crazy. Making the V-band clamp a 2-piece.
Double-ended. Damn. You see that? Branded. Oh, you got those bolts, Tim?
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Slide this thing up in there. Whoa,
You get your
man.
head?
Careful.
I'm good. I got a hard hat on. Like, I did one.
Hold on.
I'm holding on.
Go ahead.
You guys are so close.
Whoa, man, what are you doing, man?
Yo, careful.
Hey, man, let me.
Wait, go this way.
I don't like you standing behind me like that.
Hey, can you not stand behind me?
Chill.
Yeah, that one. There you go. Like that?
Yep.
There we go.
There it is.
And that guy.
This is trick.
There we go. There we
Just
go. Which way do we want this?
Have it on the
face?
back side
Like
up.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah, we'll just let that
slide that.
just hang out right there. Get a nice fit right there. Why is that so far?
It's not like obviously bolted on the top yet, so it's got a big bit of wiggle room there.
You got them nuts, Tim?
Bolts, you mean?
Sometimes you gotta reach behind.
What? What's
Nothing. We're good.
Yeah, this exhaust is awesome.
Dude, it's pretty sick. Like, dude, we took the stock exhaust off. There's so much more room now, and it is coming together. It's gonna sound amazing.
Damn. Can't be having a leak.
Crank it up.
Tim, that's not how you crank it up.
Well, it won't go anymore because I lost the momentum.
You ready to put the tips on?
I'm putting some tips on. Shit.
What happened? Backwards.
All right, we're good. You're good.
All right, we're getting the tips ready to go on here. Make sure that we have the clamps the same direction on both sides so it looks like we know what we're doing.
Yeah. All right, so pro tip, anytime you install a new exhaust that's like nice stainless like this, wipe it down with some acetone or like brake cleaner, just to get all the oils off from your fingerprints, or else it's gonna burn into the piping and it's not gonna look good.
But it will smoke really cool.
Oh yeah, it will.
Where's the hardware?
I have it in my hands.
All right,
I got some of them at least.
Give me
for
a
now.
couple.
You get a couple. You get a couple.
Yeah, Mark it
You're gonna have to go up a little bit more, Sean.
in, my boy.
Go up, go up.
Fellas,
Fella,
is it time?
it's time.
It is time. Let's hear this thing. Dude, it's gonna scream. That old exhaust system, mufflers, cats, all that stuff. This is a true straight pipe with an X pipe in the middle. I think it's gonna sound really good. So let's drop it down, fire it up.
Whoa! All right,
The big reveal.
who's starting it up?
Tim, you want to jump in? You want me to jump in it? I can jump in. All right,
It
Tim.
might need a jumper pack.
Jump. Okay, jump it and jump in it. Double jump.
Wait, where's the jumper pack?
Double jump, Tim. Double jump. Do it. Jump. Jump.
Up.
Double jump.
Oh, Mike's got it.
Jump.
Tim, jump.
Tim, jump.
Double jump.
Jump.
I'm getting in.
Jump into the car.
So boring, dude.
Tim, you gonna start it up?
I'm ready.
All right, guys.
Let's go. Let's hear this thing. That sounds a lot louder and a lot better just firing it up, just at idle.
All right, Tim, it's warm now. Let me hear a little bit.
Tim? Dude, you can hear the turbos now. Before it was like really muted. Now you can hear that whistle, that whine from those turbos. That sounds killer. I can't wait to get this thing tuned. It's gonna shoot flames, it's gonna pick up a bunch of horsepower, and then we can get this thing out on the track. And man, I can't wait to drive it in its new form because it is gonna be so much faster than it was before. 250 horsepower more, like crazy amount of power.
Rev it, Tim! That turbo noise is so cool. Rev it, Tim! Rev it! Rev it!
No, baby flame. Yeah. Already baby flame. So when Alex gets a hold of this thing and he tunes it, I know it's gonna shoot some massive flames out of this thing. It's gonna be sick. All right, thank you to Valvetronic for this exhaust system. We lost a ton of weight getting that stock exhaust system out of there. And the stock muffler, the up pipes, everything looks really good. It fits well and it sounds awesome. I can't wait to get this thing out on track. But speaking of tracks, we do have our very own track here, which was transformed today. We fixed all of those massive potholes and ditches and metal things sticking out of the ground. It is a bit dark back here right now. We've got what looks like a full moon out here on the block. We're ready to shred some tires.